Hey
Hey
everyone.
everyone, what's up?
Hello.
Hey
Good
there.
afternoon.
Welcome to our LinkedIn workshop, our second workshop of this month, following the first Flutter workshop. In this workshop, we are going to talk about how to create an account, why you should create an account, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks to make your account stand out compared to your competition. So, in case you don't know us yet, hi, I'm Nate. I will be one of the coordinators for this workshop.
Hi guys, my name's Erin. I'm currently the DSC lead and excited to teach you all about LinkedIn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm one of the tech leads here, and yeah, don't have anything else except just excited for the workshop today.
Hello, everyone. I'm one of the operations lead, and I'm Jasmine, and I'm one of the operations lead, and I'm excited to talk to you guys today.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Giovanni. I'm the tech lead here. I'll be responsible for this stream. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Cool. So let's discuss a little bit about LinkedIn. What is LinkedIn? So LinkedIn is a professional networking site where you find jobs, internships, where you share your academic and professional achievements, and most importantly, it's it's free for everyone. So think of LinkedIn as your personal sales page where you market yourself, where you display your background, skills, and accomplishments, and where you network with others in your industry. LinkedIn is particularly useful because recruiters and hiring managers often look at LinkedIn pages to see your business profile, to see your professional profile. With that, we are going to continue with Giovanni to walk us through the creation of our LinkedIn account.
All right, hello
Oh,
everyone.
before we start, I just wanna we should share with you guys the link to LinkedIn if you're not on the page already. So we'll drop that in the chat.
Yeah, so someone will drop that in the chat for us. And yeah, right after that, we're gonna start creating our account. So once you hit that link, you'll go up to the sign up portion of LinkedIn, or you just Google, LinkedIn, create an account. Should be the first link. And yeah, this should be pretty quick. I'll run smoothly quickly through this. I'm sure many of you already made an account with other platforms and all that. So the first thing you see something like this, put in your email, personal email, your password, then put your name and first name and last name. Make sure it's a real name, right? When you go into LinkedIn, the attention is something that's professional. It's like real and like has to be authentic, right? So put in your real name and all that. The next thing you'll see is this. It might ask you to verify whether you're a real person. You've done this before with captchas. You just solve a quick little puzzle, and after you do this, you'll be asked, state where you are. In this example we provided, just put in your region, your city, and then it may ask you what your most recent job title is. And once you put in something in there, more fields will show up. That being employment type, your most recent company, and what industry you work in. If none of these apply to you, let's say you're unemployed, or you don't want to put this, you can put I'm a student. And when you click I'm a student, it will take you to something like this on the right. It's a different version. You just put in this, right? What school you go to, what degree you're going for, what year you started, when you end, and lastly, whether you're above 16 years old. And if you want to go back to this one, you just click I'm not a student, and you fill out this one. You can always change this later on in the settings. But once you put this information, you put continue. It will then ask you to confirm with the code, right? You get your code in your email, put it here. And then lastly, it'll ask you for whether you're looking for a new job. And this will customize your searches when you use LinkedIn. Whether you click yes or not now, you'll then see something like this. It'll ask you whether you want to add email contacts that are associated with your email so that you can get jump started with your connections. In our case, we just click skip, but if you pick continue, it'll just add in your contacts into LinkedIn. Otherwise, when you pick skip or continue, it'll then ask you to search up people with LinkedIn with a search bar, right? So if you happen to know someone who already has LinkedIn, you can find them through the search bar. You can connect with them immediately, right? But we'll show an example of that live in a second. So after that, it'll then ask you to put a photo. Make sure it's a portrait photo of yourself, right? looks nice and professional, shoulders up, right? In this example, we didn't put one, but in your case, you should. Again, you can always skip it and do later. And last, one more thing is it'll ask you whether you want the LinkedIn app for your phone. You just put in your number, it'll send you a link. And the last thing you'll do is it'll recommend you to follow about 5 other people or 5 companies. It's just an example of what it showed me, right? There's LinkedIn themselves. There's a bunch of other people here. If you don't want to, just click finish, and you'll skip this, and then you arrive at your account, which looks something like this, right? And that's pretty much it. We're creating an account. It's pretty simple, pretty quick. I'm sure many of you have done that already. So I'll minimize this, and I think you should see the account we've made. Yeah, so this is a dummy account we've made for this event. Now it's like they're over Student Club. Your first name and last name will be up here instead. And right now it's pretty bare like yours initially. You can always edit things that you want to edit on your own, right? And right here when you first begin, it'll have this little like progress bar. Right now it says beginner because we just started. But your goal really is to get all the way up to here to all-star and fill out everything, right? And then, yeah, you can fill up your activities, make a post. You can put experiences here, you can add a new one. And we'll leave this to you guys to explore on this. It's pretty intuitive, right? You want to add something, you click add, and you just fill out the information here. And I did say I will show you guys how to connect with others. So connection is the big thing here. So let's say you know someone. In our case, we're going to use our DSC lead, Erin, and our operations lead, Jasmine. So I already looked for Erin previously, but in case I did not, I'll do Erin Tan. And she shows up right here near the bottom. So I'll click on her. It shows me her page. And also, since I'm new and I haven't changed my settings, Erin will get a notification that I looked at her page. So once I'm here, I can always send click on the more here. When you click on the more, it gives you a few options. I want to connect with Erin. It's kind of like being my friend, as if you used Facebook before. So I want to connect with her, I click connect. Right, you get this dialog box. I want to click connect. And when you connect with someone, it's always a good idea to add a note to them. So I'm add a note. So hello. Oops. So let's say I met Erin at a workshop, and I say, "Oh, I liked your workshop a lot." And I'll write, "Hey, I saw you at a workshop. Thank you so much for sharing what you know. Would you mind connecting with me?" Right? For example, right? You can put in more, right? And then you send that to her, and then she would get a notification on that. And another person I will do right now as an example is Jasmine Wong. Let's see if she shows up on the first try. Let me see if she's here. Oh, here she is. So Jasmine Wong, I know what she looks like. I'm gonna click on her name, see her page. This is her page. And if, in a second here, we'll have them share their pages and explain why they put stuff down the way they did. But again, I want to connect with her or anyone else. Click on more, connect. And then connect, add a note. Let's say, hello. So would you mind connecting with me? So obviously you put more information, right? Where you met them and what they've done, right? But in this case, we're just going to send this right now as a test. And I'll click send. And that's the main thing about connecting like that. And then that's pretty much it with connections. I'll go back to my homepage. I'll click on my Mount October Student Club name here. And here it is. And that's basically the gist of it, of making your own account. Feel free to explore what you want to edit and add, because all you guys are individuals, you have your own things to add here. And that's it from me, really. And I'll pass it to our DSC Erin. She'll show us her LinkedIn page in more detail. So let me shift over.
All right, thank you, Giovanni. Let me share my screen. All right, so I can see here under my network that I got the message from the page that Giovanni created. So let me accept that. And usually when you accept connections, you want to reply to them just with like a quick note like, hey, thanks for reaching out. So, um, and say like you'd be happy to connect. Just as a courtesy to the other person. All right. So for my profile, you usually want to add a heading as to what you're currently doing or any positions that you're currently holding at maybe your school or at Mount SAC. I have this as my heading right now since currently an engineering intern and the Google DSC lead at Mount SAC. You can edit these intro with pronouns as well as show your current position in your intro, uh, which we see right here. And then you have the amount of connections, and then you usually want to put the area that you're looking to work in um, under your heading, which I believe you can find right here. Just put in a zip code, and then it'll give you a couple of options, as well as your industry right here. All right. So when you complete your profile and like reach the all-star status, you'll see like a couple of statistics about your profile, like who viewed it, and then post views and any appearances that you came up when someone or some recruiters search for you. And it's not on your profile publicly, it's just private to you. For an about section, people usually write things like about them or what specifically they're interested in, any skills that they have. Usually, you want to focus on what you can offer to the potential recruiter looking at your page. And so we see here like you have the major, the school, uh, what you might be known for, or what skills that you have to offer with this, and any personal projects or any projects you had working in the industry. For me, I put personal projects because I don't have too much experience in the industry, but I have a lot more experience in clubs and any projects that I've done. And then you want to usually follow that with your interests, how your project showed that interest, um, and then what you're seeking finally. So as a reminder, you usually want to like infuse your profile with both your interests and your skills, but mainly focus on the skills that you can provide. Under the feature section, you could put your GitHub page, but you could also put any projects, anything like a portfolio that you might build. Um, like for example, you could put posts, articles, links to might want to showcase, as well as media like photos of your achievements and whatnot, or projects. Activity is the post that you post. So I've posted a couple of posts, but again, it's good to be active so that keep the recruiters that might look at your page or like the people your connections in general updated with your achievements. And so experience. So this one you can start off by copy pasting what you have on your resume. So for example, like the DSC lead at Mount San Antonio College. This is copy pasted from my resume, but on LinkedIn you're able to expand more on what you put on your resume rather than being limited to space or being limited to one page. And so you usually want to expand more on your bullet points. Use the bullet point as a basis on what you did or maybe any more achievements that you have on the page. Then you have to put your dates, title, company, and descriptions. And you have the option to share with your network and it'll count as sort of like a post. I believe that people can react to. All right. This one usually takes the most time, but it's good to have it or have all the experiences that you have that you might not be able to put on your resume. Then under here you have education, and it'll give you the option of listing any activities or societies that you were part of. So usually I like to put the position that I held, the years that I held it, and like abbreviations that were part of it. You can put descriptions, but um, usually the descriptions are already above in your experiences, or uh, you maybe want to expand on it, then feel free to put that. Then you have the degrees and then field of studies. Right. Oh, if you have any certifications that you may have earned from outside, it would be good to put them here. All right, and then skills. You can put as many skills as you want over here, but LinkedIn allows you to display like the top 3 over here, and then the rest is like a list that you'd have to expand if you're looking at someone else's, or if you're looking at, if someone else is looking at your profile. Then you have courses, language and projects, and for interests. So for interests, you usually want to, follow the companies that you're interested in working with, that you're affiliated with, um, just so that when maybe a possible recruiter comes by and looks at your page from the organization, they can tell that you're interested in working with them. So it'd be a good idea to put that, as it does give you more benefit as a potential candidate. All right. Um, I'll pause here for any questions. If not, um, could move on to Jasmine.
Alrighty. So can you guys see my screen? Okay. So mine to show you guys an example of what it might look like for someone who is not in a technical major, as I'm in business. And so for experience, I have the clubs that I'm in, any previous jobs, part-time jobs, internships I've had, education, volunteer experience, skills and endorsements. So like Erin said, it's quite important that you put in your skills that you've had. And what's also cool is that LinkedIn has the feature to take a quiz on your skills that you have. And if you fail it, nobody knows. But if you do pass it, it'll create a little notification that you've passed the test. For accomplishments, I've put relevant courses to my interests or field of work that I'm in. The languages, organizations, and then projects. So when you're doing projects, I put in a class project, and feel free to include projects from school. Don't just like brush it off as, oh, that was schoolwork. It doesn't count. It does count. And it is something that you should be proud of to put on there. My project was designing an accounting system with accounting software, and we did do it for an actual business. And so I put it on there and I made it sound good. So, and you guys can do that too. By the way, when you're writing these descriptions in your project section or your experience section, make sure to start with active verbs and like keep your details concise and actually put in numbers in there. So for example, in my treasure experience, I say organized and ran 2 fundraisers that each raised over $30. You want to quantify your experiences. And that's about it for my profile. If you guys want to take a deeper look at it, you can connect with me and look over it for any future reference while you're creating your account. So with that, we will now shift on over back to our PowerPoint.
All right, let me do this.
And we will now share any experiences that we've had with LinkedIn, any tips that we have for you guys while using LinkedIn, as well as answer any questions. So, Michael, do you want to start off with your experiences or any tips you have?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just want to highlight just a couple things, just in case if you didn't quite catch it the first time, which is that first off, like was mentioned before, it's really good just to show that you do have the skills that you're talking about when Jasmine was talking about the skills quiz. And again, like she mentioned, don't feel like it's like, yeah, maybe I'm just not ready to take this and I don't want to take it because it might look bad if I fail. It's like, it's fine. It's completely fine because even when you do click on it, you'll get some more info on it. And there's a skills quiz is not available for every single skill you put on there, obviously, but of course for some of them there will be skills quizzes, and it's completely fine to give it a shot, even if you just want to give it a shot, just to give it a shot, where it's like, hey, I used this thing like 3 years ago, how much do I remember? And you can just try out the quiz, see how much you remember. If you fail it, it's completely fine. The only thing you need to consider, take note of though, I think that this info is presented to you before you do take it, is I think you have to wait like 3 months before you can take it again. So if you don't mind that and you still want to give it a shot, I've done it before with especially some stuff in Photoshop and Premiere Pro that I haven't touched in like 2 or 3 years. I'm just like, hey, let's see if I remember this. It's completely fine, just to give it a shot. And it's good to get that little badge that says you did complete the quiz, because I think it also unlocks some special features, at least in terms of applying to positions or getting notified for positions where there have been some stuff, some internship experiences or applications that have popped up where it's like, hey, you're getting notified of this first because you specifically passed this skills quiz. So it's definitely good to do that. And then also the other thing that is mentioned about putting on school projects is it's a good thing to do. It's because again, I think sometimes we may not, we may forget the fact that all these recruiters are just humans. Sometimes, I guess, because there's automated systems when it does come to some stuff where they are looking at keywords. But most of the time, at least when it comes to LinkedIn, I would imagine that there's people that just actively see your profile and they're looking through your profile if it does have some interest, or if they are notified from it from some from some system that says, hey, this is a potential candidate. Then you have a human looking at it, and so there's not really anything where it's like, oh, I need to have only a job, like I only have like jobs that are done like individually or from like a company that I'm working at. It's like no, it's school projects are fine too because you're just detailing stuff you've worked with. You're just showcasing, hey, yeah, I learned this stuff and I've applied it in this sense. And so you just want to market yourself. That's kind of like what we were mentioning in the beginning of this. That's all LinkedIn is about. You're just marketing yourself. You're just showing, hey, I have these skills. This is how I've used them, and here's how it can be beneficial to you and your company if you do hire me. So I think it's important to remember that. And as well for networking, just my experience, I think it's good just to keep in touch with friends of yours, classmates of yours that you're currently working with, uh, as well as people that you meet, because you never know when it may come a time when having that professional contact may be beneficial to you or your career, where if somebody gets a position in something that you want to do or at a company that you want to work at, just seeing that, getting notified of that, just reaching out to them and like, oh, hey, I found that really cool. Like, congrats on that. I also want to do the same thing. I was wondering how your experience was with that. And then you can just have that conversation. You can just get that info that way. So that's why it is very beneficial to build your network on LinkedIn and in that sense. And there just maybe some people that that reach out to you in the sense of forming some team for something. I know I've gotten messages about people that have been like, oh, hey, I've been like interested in doing like this or this project or doing some startup, and it's like I was wondering if like you're interested in it, and you can get to know a little bit more information about it. You can say, oh no, I'm not looking. I like this not doesn't fit me at the moment, or give it a shot. But yeah, just LinkedIn opens that opportunity for you guys. So I definitely think it's beneficial to do that. And and I guess also just another thing I'll mention, just in terms of making yourself more more active on LinkedIn, so that recruiters do see your profile. There was a really good article that you can probably I think it's through LinkedIn, about just information about how to be to more available to recruiters in a sense where they'll be able to find you more easily. And so if you do want to do that, there's two things that two main things, I guess there's three main things, two of them that you can probably do as of right now, or that I want to highlight. But the first, of course, is just actively presenting what your interests are, what you're looking for, what your skills are, which that comes with your whole LinkedIn profile. So that just comes with jotting down your stuff from your resume, just putting all that info there. The second thing is that there's actually a privacy setting that you can set on your profile, so that if you do look at jobs and potential internships through LinkedIn and like bookmark them and show interest in them, then recruiters from those companies can actually see that and see that you have like an interest in in that. And uh, I don't know if I should just detail it to you guys, or if I should just show them directly. Um, I guess I can share my screen.
Yeah, we have time.
Yeah, you can share your screen if you like.
Cool. So let me do that. I'm gonna share. I'll just share my entire screen. So if you do see this, which I believe you should be good. If you go into your profile, so on the top right over here, and you go into your settings and privacy, and you go down here to job seeking preferences, and scroll down to right here, signal your interest to recruiters at companies you've created job alerts for. I think by default, at least for mine on default, it was no. But if you want to pop up in like relevant searches to recruiters and have them maybe contact you more often, then you should put yes here, so that when you do manage your job alerts and you do put job alerts for some positions that you may be interested in, then there can be then there'll be recruiters that see that, where you look through here and it's like, okay, let's see like what's a good fit for me, and then you can look at these and save them and view them, and recruiters will see that you have that interest in there. So it makes you more likely to kind of for your profile to pop up and then being like, hey, I saw that you were interested in this. We have this position available as well, or it's like, oh, I'd recommend this or that, or just having those recruiters just reach out to you in the first place. So that's definitely been a beneficial thing to put. So again, just going over that, your settings and privacy, job seeking preferences, and then right here, signal your interest to recruiters at companies you created job alerts for, and then make sure that says yes. And then the final thing that I'd want to mention is just if you do want to be more be more relevant for recruiters to find you, just actively engaging in that specific company's profile and their posts, and it shows that you do have an interest in that company, where it's like, hey, this person is actively engaging like with our content that we're putting out, which means that they probably have a really high interest in our company. And so just that could really just be from anything from the interests that we're talking about earlier. So it can be anything. Just an example, I just searched up like Tesla, and they do have posts, and you can follow them, and it's almost similar to like anything like Instagram or Facebook, where then on your social feed you'll see their content pop up. So if you do check LinkedIn every once in a while and you see that their posts, just checking them out, and sometimes they're really cool. And you just give it a like, give it a heart, give it a celebrate. And you do get updates this way too. It just shows your interest in that company, and occasionally you'll see that they've posted like potential job openings and stuff like that, and you can visit their website directly through here too. So it's just really cool just to get around, just to explore different companies that you're that you are interested in. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to offer about LinkedIn. It's really great to get used to and get to use. And oh yeah, if we haven't already done so yet, I haven't checked the chat, but I will, along with everyone else on the team, we'll send our LinkedIn profiles in the chat so that you guys can connect with us. And yeah, like I mentioned, building your network is the best thing that you can do, because even if it's like, oh well, I don't know these guys, like I just see them present every once in a while, it's kind of weird. It's like feel free to connect, just so you can have that contact. If there's some of you where it's like, oh hey, this person, they transferred from Mount Sac to a school that I want to go to, or this person, they just graduated with this major that I want to pursue, or they just got this job at this company that I want to do, feel free to message any one of us. Like we'll talk about our experience if you guys like need someone to talk to about that. So yeah, I'll send my info along with everyone else in the YouTube chat, and that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Michael. That was very, very I'm so sorry, informative. And yeah, those are some useful tips for you guys. To recap, LinkedIn is really about marketing yourself. So the more you put, the more you are active there, the better. So yeah, that wraps up our workshop for LinkedIn. Let's discuss about some. There's only one upcoming workshop. Let's discuss about our upcoming workshop, which will fall on May 29, 2021. It will be the part 2 of our Flutter and Firebase series, and it will cover Firebase, which will be on the backend part of our created Flutter app and our first workshop for the Flutter and Firebase series. So stay tuned for that. Again, it's on May 29th, 2021.
And I just want to add that will be our last workshop for this semester. So come in, tune in, and we'll see you guys there.
Right. So next we have officer applications. If you guys are interested, please scan this QR code and feel free to apply. We will be needing officers for fall 2021 and to 2022 term. All right, I'll give one moment for you guys to take a picture and all right. So we would love to stay connected with you guys, and you can scan this Linktree QR code to stay connected on Discord with us. Yeah, one more second. All right. And we would also love your feedback. Tell us how we did, what we can improve on to improve this club in general, the Google Developer Student Club at Mount Sac. And with that, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the Firebase series of our Flutter and Firebase series on May 29. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
See you
you.
Thanks,
soon.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
And connect with us if you
Connect with
connect
us,
with
right?
us.